So just as kind of some context for what city staff look for and also what conservation authorities review, what developers have to comply with, there are, uh, I'd say often, but it's probably always going to be storm drainage design requirements for cities. So anytime a developer wants to build something, they have to submit it to the city meeting the requirements outlined here. So you can see in the table of contents, there's like runoff calculations, storm sewer requirements, catch basin requirements, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And if I look up, we're going to look for rational method, for example. There
Good.
is this very simple formula that is often used for smaller developments that approximates like the peak runoff flow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can appreciate that when it rains, obviously the amount of water matters for flooding and this and that. But if you have a peak flow rate, like a maximum flow per second that exceeds some threshold, streams will get blown out. That's when you get heavy erosion and so on. So
Yeah.
these runoff calculations are kind of the um, bare bones of that analysis for stormwater. So runoff calculations, the rational method calculates your flow in cubic meters per second using the area of a particular drainage area, a runoff coefficient, which represents how impervious your land is.
Yeah.
If you have buildings and parking lot and grass, sometimes it's kind of a composite, like an average.
Yeah.
And then you have things like your intensity of rain, and then that will give you a flow in cubic meters per second according to this version of the equation. And this is applicable if you have a site that is the rational method calculations must be checked using a model approved by the Transportation Works Department where the drainage area is greater than 10 hectares. So in
Okay,
that
that's good
case,
to know. Yeah.
the city might have experience reviewing, or whoever you're talking to at the city, this Rajesh gentleman might be familiar with some models for that reason. And then I don't know if you want me to get into the whole mess of design storms and all of that stuff, but in case you don't know,
Yeah.
essentially the pipes that run in roads are designed to handle the biggest storm you'd expect to find in 10 years in most cases.
Okay. Yeah.
And how that storm looks can be calculated using these equations here. So
Yeah.
there's just some context, but
And
anyway, I think
then
the biggest,
the bio retention ponds, are they sort of designed for the 100 year or like the Hurricane Hazel?
I believe so, yes. The way that the ponds work is that they're designed to match the pre-development condition flows. I think it's for the 100-year design storm. Um,
Okay.
I haven't done this stuff in a long time, so don't quote me
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that. But yes, ponds are designed for much greater than the 10-year design storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I was going to show you the best of my ability where I would go for the basics of pond design, I would go to the MOE 2003 Stormwater Management Plan and Design Manual.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful, but
Yeah.
they might have updated this since I was in school. But this document here is where I learned from my professors to design stormwater ponds.
Great.
This is a very beefy document, almost 400 pages, but there is some information on pond design, water balance, water quality. Um,
And that hasn't been updated, right? Since 2003, it looks like.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. If I go to the actual Ontario website, what would it say here? Copyright Queen's Printer of Ontario
Yeah. Yeah.
2003. So I don't think so.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but
then,
yeah, there's
James, what's the connection to that draft 2022 LID provincial document? It's 310 pages.
is that online somewhere?
Yeah, yeah. If you
Yeah.
just type in the Ontario Low Impact Development Guide
LED guide. Okay.
2022, I think. Is it there?
This one here.
Yeah.
Stormwater management guidance
Yeah.
manual.
Yeah.
Proposal updated. Is it finished? No.
No, it's been in draft mode for a bit, but I
Yeah.
think that the internally they are looking at it because of the additional residential units.
Oh, because of the hundred. What is it? The 100,000 homes in 5 years, or whatever the goal
No,
is, right? For 10
one
million.
point 1.5 million by 2031. That's just the provincial goal.
Yeah. I don't know where I got 100,000 from. I think I might be thinking of like Kitchener or something. But
Okay.
I'll be honest, Jonathan, I'm not really too familiar with this. I
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that I'm glad that we have this, but I'm just more familiar with the Step Wiki guide.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to go
So,
digging around for it on your time. I'll talk to Amanda on our team and see what there is for the Smart Blue Roof that's publicly available, and I'll send it over to
okay.
you.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll send a quick email and Alice might pick it up next week before school and then he might start planning for something in October.
Sure.
Great.
The Blue Roof is in operation until the very end of October, but it's also there's always the question of whether we have water on it or not. It's kind of less
Yeah.
exciting when there's no water ponding, but we'd be happy to
Yeah.
show them in that case.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I'll let him know. Thanks,
okay.
James. This has been great.